What's up, guys? I'm back with Lucas Jensen of Forward Media Marketing. We did this live a few weeks back. It's a really cool strategy called the 131 formula, all about Facebook ads. So Lucas runs Forward Media Marketing. He is a great guy. So if you want more information on working with Lucas, there will be a link in the description below. Enjoy this one. Contractors all over the world are wanting more time, more freedom, more impact. The way we do this is through implementing systems, processes, standards. Welcome to the Contractor Secrets Podcast. Here we hit business strategy, coaching, mindset, motivation, the tools you need for success. So strap in, listen up, and get ready to grow on the Contractor Secrets Podcast.
I love it.
All right. What's going on, everyone? I'm here with my buddy Lucas with Forward Media Marketing. Become a great friend. Really, as of the last few months, man, we've really connected big time. Had to get him back on the pod. The first one was a smash. He gave away some really good value. So everyone's trying to find that competitive edge today. We're talking about a unique strategy, this 131 method. What's up, man? Welcome.
Thanks, Tanner. Appreciate you having me here, man. Fired up.
So for those of you that don't know Lucas, I'm going to let Lucas give an opportunity to tell a little bit about himself, man. Drop a little bio, man. What got you into this? Why are you passionate about it? So on and so forth.
Yeah, perfect. Awesome. So my name is Lucas Jensen, and I am the founder of Forward Media Marketing. And we help painters grow. That's really what we do day in, day out. I started this agency about 3 years ago. During the heart of COVID. And we landed our first ever painting clients in January of 2021. Absolutely smashed it out of the park for him. His name was Ollie. 2 weeks after we landed him, he referred us to another painter. Again, smashed it out of the park for them. And
nice.
between the two of them in the first 4 months, we got them just under $200,000 in total off of $2,500 in ads.
Some nice ROI right there, man.
Yeah.
So from there, it became a passion.
From there, it came a passion. And then I just leveraged, case studies. The year after, about 6 months after, like the start of 2022, I think we had landed about 30 painters.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
30 painters off those case studies, because obviously it's powerful, right? So people want in.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I think, the landscape of Facebook marketing is always changing, right? But, if us painting contractors are going to be successful, man, we need to have lead flow. Its idea behind leads is only expanding. You got Hormozy coming out with a powerful book, $100 million leads.
It's right here, man. Right here.
It's in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. It's in the air, man. And the concept of getting leads is transition from, knocking doors to knocking on digital doors, so you got this method, man, that we're talking about today, this 131 formula. We're going to give some value to anyone watching, man. So what is this? I haven't even heard of this until you told me this was our topic. So I'll let you tell me a little bit about this.
Yeah, cool. So obviously with marketing, there isn't like one size fits all, right? There isn't one strategy, one creative, one thing that works. But what there are is, proven formulas, right? So it's not just if we launch this with this offer, it's going to crush. Right? There's different variables that come into effect, but what we can do is dial it down to a specific formula that we've kind of reverse engineered that's led up to our clients, booking up 2 or 3 months in advance. Right. So that's called the 131 formula. So we've reverse engineered that based on all the success that we've had, right? We've generated over $3 million for painters in the last couple of years, only on Facebook, right? So we've launched hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of campaigns and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars. And we took that data and we extracted everything to find, what worked and what didn't work. And then that's how we came up with the 131 formula.
Yeah. The collective data is what's so important, man, is that most people, showcase their buying behavior, and it's consistent across the board, especially when it comes to engaging on Facebook. You and I had a discussion earlier today where you said, hey, I'm pulling the Facebook Messenger ads off. They're not performing the way that they should be. This lead form that we're working on has been hitting. And, I think, those of you who don't know, Lucas took over my Facebook ads, and 2 leads today right off the bat, both booked appointments. And just the care and concern you show is so cool, man. It's just diving in, seeing what's going on, identifying patterns, identifying what's working, what's not. This is so important because, again, like anything, it's always changing. I want to kind of pivot here because there's some topics that I want to hit on. The first one is how important is creative when it comes to ads, because some people just sign up with a marketing company and they will think that, you're going to do everything for them. How do creatives come into play?
Yeah, good question. Creative's king. Creative is king, right? Like Facebook, the way the algorithm used to be is you could be super narrow with people you're targeting, demographics, psychographics, things like that. But now they've actually released content that, like, the broader your ads, the better, right? So what it comes down to more so is the actual creative. Facebook as a platform is extremely smart, right? The algorithm it has is ridiculous. So what it comes down to is creative is king. So when our clients can't send us creative, obviously the campaigns don't perform as well as they should be, because then we'll have to kind of resort to stock, and stock images never do as well as actual images, right? But sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so with creatives, video, still image, it's interesting because in the painting space, the still images are pretty prominent, right? Being able to showcase those before and afters. How do you decipher what's the best type of creative? Dive into that a little bit more.
Yeah, good question. So Alex, who's actually our paid media specialist that's working with you too, he's kind of coined a term called the one ad Chad, right? And there's so many people that I talk to, so many painters that come and say, oh, I launched a Facebook ad or whatever, and it just didn't work. And they dumped all their budget for the month into that ad and it didn't work. You know what I mean? So what we do is we take like an unemotional stance to that, and we only do it based off data, right? So like I said, there isn't really one size fits all for marketing. That's where testing comes into effect, right? So we test single image ads. In your case, we're testing right now carousels. We're testing 2 different videos, things like that. Like you said, we got 2 leads this morning at $11 a pop, scheduled leads.
Nice.
Or sorry, scheduled estimates.
Can't beat it.
Yeah, you can't beat it. So it's about testing what works and then scaling it from there.
In terms of the contractor's responsibility, right? Like, what are the expectations? Because I think for me, I have experience making creatives. I do them all for Dripjobs, and what is fun is I have more fun with the Dripjobs ones than I would with my painting ones, which I could still have fun with the painting ones. But for me, what I've learned is that, like, there's ads that I'll do for Dripjobs that I don't even think are going to work, and then it becomes the highest producing ad, right? It's the one that gets the most attention. It's the one that gets the most clicks. In the same breath, this is a game of law of averages here, right? We need to do way more ads than what we think we need to do, and then land on a good one, right? So how important is it to have a volume, of different videos? What does that strategy look like? I mean, what are you coaching your clients on to get them to consistently buy into this creative process to get leads, to get people interested, even if they're not camera, savvy, right? Maybe they don't have experience on camera. Like, what does that look like?
Yeah. So we try to make it as easy for them as possible, right? Like, obviously we can't come out there and film them, right? I wish I could. That'd be awesome. It hold them a little bit more accountable. But what we do is we provide them with scripts, right? And then they follow that script. We plug it in for them. All they got to do is pick up the phone and record, selfie style, literally getting in front of them and, walking around the house or this or that or whatever. And we did that exact thing for one of our clients, Ryan, who was on our coaching call yesterday. And in the last 2 weeks, he booked 30K just from one simple 10-second video.
Nice.
Nice. When it comes down to creative is king. So how do we get these painters to do it is we really hold them accountable for it. And if, it goes 2 days, no response, whatever, we follow up with them. We keep hitting them like it's a lead. We treat you like a lead, and we keep following up with you because we know how impactful more creative would be for you and how much more benefit you get out of marketing.
From a marketing standpoint, is it frustrating sometimes when people don't participate and buy into the program?
Yeah. Sometimes it's like pulling teeth trying to get creatives, man. Because you'd be surprised at how many people don't actually like take before and afters. You know what I mean? Like that in itself is social proof.
They just get out of there, right? They just, this beautiful canvas and leave.
Yeah, exactly. Like they just cash the check and see you later, you know. But like this is your
money.
artwork, you know. This is like a direct result of your team's efforts. You got to capture that.
You got to see it though as if it's going to be an ad. That's why they're not capturing it, is because they're not thinking like, dude, this is going to be an ad that could really do. When I sent you that house that we did, bro. That thing was dripping, bro. I mean, it looked so good after we were done. Like I was like, this thing is going to smash on Facebook. I got to get the angles right. Like I was out there like an idiot, you know, in the Florida sun, 100 degrees, just trying to hide the sun so it wouldn't take away from the image, man, knowing that this is going to be an ad. And the way I see this is the way some of my customers might see this, you know. And I think what's really cool is not many people know this. Company Cam has a before and after function. And what's cool is you could stand and take your before picture and then revisit that same spot when the job is done. And it'll show a faded overlay of whatever you took a picture of before, so you can line it up and get the perfect synced before and after. Not many people know that, but we love doing that.
I didn't know that. That's powerful. That's really powerful.
It is.
Yeah,
it's a great feature.
We have like a PDF that we send to our clients like that don't have great content, and it's like 7 ways to make more money with your before and afters, because literally capturing content will be a direct result to the leads you get. Right. So like, dude, you got to capitalize on before and afters 100%, because if you thought of, like you said, think of it as an ad, think of it as a possible lead, think of it as possible money coming into your pocket. If you don't do that, you could be missing out.
Well, here's a way to think about it, right? So if you're painting someone's house and they drive by and say, wow, that looks great. Well, they never really get to see the before picture unless they live in the neighborhood, but they might say, wow, it looks great. I'd love to get my house painted like that. Well, you're limited to whoever's driving by that house in person. And if you don't have a yard sign out there, they're just going to call competitors that you created the lead for because you didn't have a yard sign, right? But with Facebook, if you do it, that's exactly like people driving by a house being like, man, it looks so good. I would love to see what it would be to get my house painted. So before and afters, but facilitating that and turning it into an ad, you know. So let's break down like what makes a great ad. I think that's important, right? There's a couple layers to that. Why don't you dive into that?
Yeah, so that's part of our 1-3-1 formula, right? So this formula, like I said, is reverse engineered on hundreds and hundreds of thousands of ads. All the data has been extracted to what we know works, right? So based on our learnings, we found that formula, the 1-3-1, is easily the most powerful formula to launch ads, but more so to launch profitable ads, right? So the first point of that, of course, is, you have to lay the groundwork, right? So you have to set up your campaign strategy. Like, what exactly do you want your ad to do? Do you want to send traffic to a website? Do you want to get leads? Do you want to reach more people? What do you want to do? Right. So that's part of laying the groundwork, is setting the objective, the demographics, and the geographics. Right. Who do you want your ad to show up to? Where do you want it to show up? And what exactly do you want to do when people see that ad on their feed? Right. So that's the first segment.
So some of the automation that is behind the ad is also important, right? You and I talk about in those coaching calls, man, just like speed to lead. I'm not going to obviously break down the anatomy of like the customer's buying decision, but I would say just from your perspective, man, like you're probably going to echo what I just said, but like how important really is it to connect with those leads, like from the broad perspective? Because you've been doing this. You have contractors that some don't use software and you have to like twist their arm. Some use it and it's not Dripjobs, which is just a detriment. So what does that look like from the big picture, right? So, I mean, because there's so many steps to this when you start breaking it down. It's like, first you have to be motivated as a contractor to participate in, this thing where you have to actually actively create ads, send in creatives, and be coachable about what this process looks like, right? And then on the flip side, then you have to be good at appointment setting and lead nurturing. So how important is it that immediate contact and the steps thereafter to convert these things? It doesn't matter how good of a job you do of getting people to click the button. If they don't capitalize on it, then it's pointless.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's actually Dripjobs is part of our onboarding process for our clients. It's literally the third aspect of our onboarding. We have a kickoff call, and in that kickoff call, if they don't have a Dripjobs account, I'm just like, cool, yeah, go ahead and make one. You know what I mean? Like it kind of forces them to do it because it's so powerful that if they're not doing it, they're missing out, right? Because the majority of the leads that have come in for us typically are between 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., right? You're getting people that are finished work. They're sitting on that couch. You're getting those housewives that are sitting there with a glass of wine, drinking, whatever, right? And you as a business owner don't want to be operating at 24/7. You don't want to be there as soon as the lead comes in, boom, you can't call them up. It's not sustainable, right? Enter Dripjobs, enter automations, things to do that, to capitalize on them when they are in that quote unquote buying mindset and get them to take the next steps, right? So speed to
I don't
lead.
know why no one has ever broken that down for me. And light bulb just went off. Like, generally speaking, between 6 and 11 p.m. is when leads from Facebook usually hit. You know, it's usually right after work or when they're in their downtime, scrolling, chilling, right? And then interesting.
Yeah. And not just Facebook leads, but like Google leads, Andrew leads, anything digital, right? People usually work.
Those are your want-based customers. Your need-based customers are between the hours of like 8 a.m. and like 12 p.m., right? Like, I had a lady who's moving call me this morning, right? She's a need. She's in the need category of like, I need to get this done. Yeah, love that, man. Good insight.
Interest versus intent, right? So it's two completely different leads. So between 6 and 11 usually is when the leads really start to trickle in from Facebook, and you're not going to be there to get on the phone, or
that's right.
I don't expect you to. So enter Dripjobs to follow up with them right away, get them to schedule right away.
Capitalizing on the interest is huge. So from a marketing perspective, you look at it like this, man. I think every painting contractor needs three things to be successful. Every one of them needs to be part of a coaching community of some sort, whether it's structured coaching or, in a sense, kind of like an added benefit. What you offer is the coaching sessions, the biweekly coaching sessions, but all that really comes down to is just accountability. Second thing is they need a software, great software. And the third thing is they need a marketing company. And, as time goes on, man, more and more marketing companies are popping up. I just want to hear in your words as the founder of your marketing company, and people know on this podcast, man, we sell. I'm not like, we know that you're here to sell, but you're adding value. It's like, don't you hate that? It's like, well, I don't want to, you're here to sell. I want you to get some leads out of this because I believe in you. But I want to know from your words, man, what separates you?
Yeah. That's a good question, man. Obviously the specialization is one point, but I'd say what separates us is we have more of like a personal touch to things. Like I am the founder. I'm in the day-to-day. I care more about your stuff than my stuff. I found the best way to get rich is to make other people rich first, right? So what separates us is we have a very personal touch from onboarding to kickoff to accountability with the coaching calls featuring yours truly, to day-to-day check-ins with our spreadsheet, to weekly check-ins with Loom videos, to monthly reports. We are very, very transparent in every single thing that we do, in every single dollar that we invest for you on your behalf. We're extremely transparent of where exactly that goes. And the thing that separates us, I would say, is we're very unemotionally attached to data, right? Like you said, you could launch an ad and you think it's the best thing ever, right? You tried it for here, you have an ego about it. You tried it for 4 other painters and then you launch it for this expecting the same results, but it's not going to happen, right? So we're very unemotionally attached to it and we only analyze data, right? Like on our call this morning, we're like, cool, this one's not working. This one got $11 leads, turn it off, run this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, some people don't understand that and want to break it down. So why you hire someone to do your ads for you is because his job is to maximize your dollar. And obviously, if someone's not managing your ads and you think that you could do it yourself, you're just adding something on your plate that you don't have time to manage, because it does require snap decisions of, hey, this is trending downward. Let's shut it off before it wastes more money. And knowing what to look for, knowing what metrics to identify. You have some really cool custom metrics you showed me. So with that said, I mean, I would agree with that, but I'd say, look, man, I think in in truth, my perspective of you. And actually, I actually run the coaching sessions for for Lucas. So if anybody signs up with him, you get the 1-2 punch. I'm in on the coaching sessions every 2 weeks. Don't come unless you're wanting to grow. But honestly, man, it's the humility. It's the you're hungry, but you're humble, and you're passionate about this. You don't you care what people think, and that's good. As a business owner, you really want to be someone that cares about what people think about your business, your brand. You're innovative, and that's what you need, man. I think it's important to get on things like this podcasts. You should be doing more podcasts. I haven't seen you on anymore, but you should be, because when people get to hear you and see you and talk to you and find out what you're about, man, that limits the marketer, man. But people need you. It's like, so it's a need. Like I said, there's 3 needs. You need a coaching accountability. You need a software. You need a marketer. Many more needs, but from the business perspective, these are 3 major things. And when I hear people struggle, man, it's because they're missing one of those 3 things, if not all of them.
Totally agree. And the way I think of it is, it's not a transaction-ship when we sign on a new client. It's a partnership, right? You're investing in us just as much as we're investing in you, because we're allocating our time, we're allocating our resources. Everything we're doing is solely based on trying to make you grow.
Yeah. And I love the fact, I think you guys have short-term contracts, which is good. And it's results-based, which is good too, right? Your job is to bring in results.
Yeah. And we even guarantee it too. Like if we don't bring in 30,000 in 3 months, you're not paying your retainer. It's as simple as that.
Powerful. 30 grand in 3 months added, done. So look, I endorse this guy. I wanted to bring you on here, man. Mostly because what you've been doing for me has been great. I love being part of your community. It's great. You're building some steam in the industry. We're going to see at the expo. Any final thoughts, man? Anything you want to add to this to encourage others to either buy into you or just buy into the idea of getting online, letting someone else handle that marketing so they can grow their business?
Yeah. Whether you're going to work with a professional and try and do things yourself, please don't be a one-ad Chad. I'm going to coin that term too, is don't be a one-ad Chad. There's so many people that launch things and they're like, oh, this didn't work. Facebook ads don't work. It's like, cool. I've eaten at bad restaurants before. It doesn't mean every single restaurant is bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
Next point would be, so that would be basically test creatives. Obviously, to test creatives, you need a variety of creatives. So capture as much as you can, right? Capture. There's, it's document, don't create, right? So you could just literally document what you did. One of the top ads that you're running is literally you saying, we just painted this exterior here in Ocala, right? You're documenting what you did, and you have a call to action at the end.
Yeah.
So
it's as easy as that. I think, dude, if you look at that ad, like my collar's out, like I look kind of weird, like I don't even think I got the whole house in the background, but it was just one of those jobs, man. I'm like, man, this thing looks so good. And I'm just like, I didn't know it was going to be really a good ad. I'm just like, you know what, let me just get on here and like talk. Like, and you know what? Because I did that, the people that see that, the barrier drops. Like, oh, all right, he looks trustworthy. He seems, nice. I just had the roofer scam me. So lowers the barrier, builds trust. I encourage you guys to check out what Lucas has got going on at Forward Media Marketing. He's a good guy. And, if you're struggling with leads, you need someone that focuses on leads all day. Like, that's the thing. It's like an everyday thing. Like, it's not hey, I got a bunch of leads on my own, I'm good for a little bit. No, you need to use that as momentum and then get somebody to come in and increase so you can increase. But there should be no companies listening to this that do not have some form of marketing ongoing every day of the week. And if you're in that position right now, really, it doesn't matter who you hire. Doesn't matter how good you are at selling. If you have no one to sell to, then forget it. Close the doors.
Yep. And day one's got to be one day. And honestly, there's no better time than now, right? Especially we're going into Q4, which, as you know, all these different e-commerce are allocating the majority of their budget into Q4 because of the, Black Friday, Christmas, things like that. So social media becomes very competitive. And that topped with the, the cold months, as we hear, where things get relatively slow, your marketing should be the thing that you double up on.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you coming on, man. Let's let's continue the momentum. And anyone that wants to meet with you can do so. How?
Yeah. So just head over to fordmediamarketing.com. If you want to contact me directly, that'll be lucas@fordmediamarketing.com. That's FWD mediamarketing.com. Shoot me a quick email. I'd love to chat with you, even just strategize. If you're running your own ads and you just need some help, shoot me over a message. I'd love to jump on there and drop some value. But if you're looking to save time and have, professional like ourselves run them for you, go ahead, shoot me another email. I'd love to jump on a call and show you how to add an extra 30,000 in the next 90 days for you.
30K in 90 days. Hold on, let me put that on a banner. 30K in 90 days. In 90 days, or you don't pay $1. Boom. That's a nice offer, man. So if anybody wants $30,000 in revenue and they want $30,000 in revenue, if they don't get $30,000 in revenue from your leads, you will waive their 90 days worth of retainer for your services.
That's right.
That's easy.
Somebody you get paid or you don't pay.
Somebody read $100 million offers.
Yeah, man. It's the no-brainer. It's the no-brainer offer.
It's a no-brainer, man. I love it. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you being here. Let's keep crushing it, and see you on the next one, man. Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks so much for listening to the Contractor Secrets podcast. So I don't really advertise on this, and I don't ask for much. You guys know that. But what I would ask of you is to give Dripjobs a try. So if you don't know what Dripjobs is, it'd be hard for that to be a thing. But if you don't know what Dripjobs is, it is the software that you need to power your business, to automate things that you're either wanting to do and not doing, or currently doing and just not doing to the standard of which you want to be doing it. And that's where software comes in. I have spent the last 3 years of my life with my team building out this software. And hopefully by now you've heard about it. And maybe you know of a friend that's using it, or maybe you are feeling confident just by hearing it on this podcast. So my big ask for you, if you're getting something out of what I put out, some of the value that you're getting from this podcast, is to just go to dripjobs.com and schedule a free demo with my team. That's it. That's all I want you to do. Just do a demo. I want you to be aware of what features we have and how it can help build your business. Now, some people that I've spoken to say they're not quite ready for Dripjobs. Maybe they feel as though they're too small or it's not in the budget. First of all, everyone's ready for Dripjobs. You need the features that are in this software to manage a business, whether that's creating proposals, invoices, change orders, work orders. It doesn't matter if you are a one-man operation or you run a crew of 25 people. Dripjobs is going to be the app for you. Second thing is it out of budget? Don't worry about that right now. We offer an extended trial if you sign up on the day of the demo that can give you a kickstart to get going. The goal of Dripjobs is to make you money within the first 30 days. This could be capitalizing on a lead that you got, or even helping you upsell work with the optional item feature. So many things here. Again, the big ask that I have as a listener of this podcast, if you have not done a demo with us, please do so, and check out what we're building. We continuously update this thing, and I'd love for you to be a part of that. I'd love to see if it can impact your business, and that is my goal. So thanks for listening to this podcast. Hope you take me up on that offer. Get to dripjobs.com, do a free demo with our team, and see what all the hype is about.